The bulls regain control as the SPY and the triple Qs grind higher, and the VIX settles at a very critical support level. Welcome back, everybody, to High Quality Trades, the channel where I provide top-notch technical analysis of the stock market, where we go over simple support and resistance levels, trend line breaks, and pattern formations. And I give you the price targets of where price is headed in the coming days. So let's get into it. In today's video, we will be going over the most significant support and resistance levels on the SPY, the triple Qs, and the VIX, and what you should be looking for if these levels are tagged. So first up, we have the SPY on the 4-hour time frame. Today, September 24th, the SPY closed at 571.30. It reached a high of 571.36 and a low of 567.60. We were positive 0.29% on the day. Alright guys, so what is price currently doing? Well, it looks like today the SPY was able to fill the entirety of its down gap that was created last Friday. Because the bulls were able to push price up and fill this gap, that is a bullish signal for price to now run up to the previous all-time high at 572.88. If the bulls are able to break this level and continue pushing higher, then I believe we will be headed up towards around 575, which would be a full pattern completion of our falling broadening wedge that was created back in July and August. Ultimately, this pattern broke out on August 15th. This was signaling that price was going to run up towards the area in which we are now currently consolidating in. But it looks like 574.75 is where I'm looking for price to get a full pattern completion of this falling broadening wedge. Once we get to this level, it may ultimately be a point where the bears try to step in and push price lower. I would be looking for this 574.75 level to hold as support if we're able to break above. We also have our ascending triangle pattern that the SPY broke out of last Thursday. And if we are to take the opening of this pattern and just move it upwards to the break, this is ultimately signaling for the SPY to reach up to 623.03, say towards the end of this year, and maybe going into 2025. Because it is a big pattern that did take a few months to form, I would say that a few months to reach a full pattern completion would be just as likely. So that's the bullish scenario on the SPY. Now let's go over the bearish one. If the SPY isn't able to get above 572.84 in the coming days, and the bears step in and try to push price lower, then we will be headed down towards our first support level at 565.26. And if the bears manage to break this level, then there is an up gap right beneath us here that doesn't fill until around 563.80. If the bears are able to push price down and we fill this gap, and it doesn't act as support for the buyers, then it is possible that the bears try to push price all the way down towards 560.75. I would say the 565.26 level would be a strong support on the 4-hour time frame. If the bears try to push price to this level, the bulls should protect this level and then ultimately push price higher. Alright, that's it for the SPY. Now let's go over the triple Qs. So the triple Qs is trying to get above its resistance here at 485.65. If the bulls succeed in breaking above this level, then I believe our next resistance level that the bulls can push price up to would be here at the bottom of this gap at 492.86. Ultimately, we're looking for price to reach all the way up to 495.42, which would be the top of this gap. As long as this down gap remains open, the bears still have control to push price lower. If the triple Qs does not manage to break above this 485.65 level and we head lower tomorrow, we do have an up gap from last Thursday's price action that does still need to be filled. That's sitting here at 475.65. If the bears are able to push price down to this level and it doesn't act as support for the buyers, then we have another support level down here at 474.03. If the bears were somehow able to push price below 474.03, then the next support level that should hold for the buyers would be here at somewhere around the 471.14 level. From the consolidation area lows here, and then the descending trend line of this pennant pattern should also act as support. Now, ultimately, the triple Qs has broken out of a pennant pattern here on the charts. By taking the opening and moving it upwards to the break, this pattern is signaling for price on the triple Qs to reach upwards of 560.76 in the coming weeks to months, possibly into the early part of 2025. That's what I'd be looking for to happen on the triple Qs based on this giant pennant pattern that we see here on the charts and the recent breakout. Okay, that's it for the triple Qs. Now let's head on to the VIX. So the VIX managed to stay above 1537, closing right at 1538. If this level manages to hold as support and we head higher in the coming days, we will have resistance up here at 1722. If we're able to break above this level, then we do have this down gap that opened up last week. It ultimately fills around 1820 that I'd be looking for price to run up to if we find support at this level. If the VIX is able to break below this 1537 level, then the 200-day moving average is most likely where we'll have the next support, which is 1480. If that 200-day moving average was to break as support, then we would be headed all the way down to 1388. And now, as we close out, if you guys have any stocks of interest and you'd like a trader's perspective, drop them in the comment section below. And if I see some bullish or bearish setups, then I'll put them on the channel. I make this content from Sunday to Thursday, so make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you never miss an update. Thank you guys for being a part of High Quality Trades, and I'll see you guys in the next video on Thursday.